Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about a technique that one of you guys asked for in the comments, I believe. Yeah, it's called the Choi Bar. It's essentially an armbar you set up from usually half guard. There's some other ideas, but half guard is the most common position where you set it up from. Okay, so we're going to start in the high knee shield half guard. I'm going to show you the basic idea of the Choi Bar armbar. Okay, so here we start in the high knee shield. Okay, as per usual, he comes in, we block the arm, but for the Choi Bar, we want to kind of let him get a bit closer. Okay, I'm going to allow him to grab my head here, but don't be naive here, right? It's very important that you keep your hip out in the beginning. You don't want to get too flat here because now I can pull you in and kind of crush you here. So it's very important to keep your hip out, to keep the knee framing the shoulder. And even if he touches my head, I still frame this shoulder here, right? So he can hold my head a little bit, but he can't really put too much pressure yet because this and this is controlled, okay? Now look, I want to attack this arm, okay? There's a few ways to do it. So what we do here is kind of we cup the arm from underneath, okay? So his crossface now becomes my armbar setup, okay? What you see oftentimes is the more they pull you in, the more the arm is bent, people start taking this arm off and pushing the wrist back to here, like into this position, right? What I kind of kept like almost a Kimura kind of configuration for his arm, okay? By the way, we could do it with a Kimura grip as well. But for now, we're going to keep it simple. We're going to this position. And now look, I connect my hands and I pull his elbow to my chest. This is the beginning of my Choi Bar, okay? Now, if you watch here, my knee was here in the beginning. I set up this grip here. And look, I pull this to my chest hard. What I have to do here is I have to push his head away and get my knee from this side to this side, okay? Right now, he's holding it. So I can use my elbow here to get my knee across to the other side. You see, he's holding my foot here. I don't even care right now. I'm just maintaining this grip close to my chest. I push his head away and I get my hip out. Look how my hip came out to this side. Now look, I've got a great angle to start getting this foot inside his hip. So while I keep the connection here, I lean back a bit and I throw my foot in like so. Please turn a bit, Eddie. Look where my feet end up. This foot, I put it all the way through and hook the far hip on this side, okay? And now turn back the other side again, Eddie. Now at this point, we arrive here, right? With this grip. Now it's very hard for him to connect his hands to defend the armbar. So I'm just going to go to the thumb, put it to center chest, and now I can literally like push my hip in, lean back, and already this is a super, super tight armbar, okay? So that's the basic idea, the basic setup for a Choi Bar, which is just an armbar on the far side, okay? So let's have another look. Actually, I think this perspective, go back a bit, please. Yeah, more, good. So we're here, okay? He comes in, you play from here. I want to kind of bring the elbow forward like this, okay? So there's the idea that where we kind of cup from underneath and we push the wrist down in this direction and pull everything in tight. If he pushes his head close to my head, I use this left elbow to push his head away and get my knee to this side of his head. I'm sorry. Now, I'm going to start pushing him away, okay? Turn a bit. This is very important now. Look, I have to push his head away. So I'm here. I've got this configuration here where I pull the arm in. I push his face and get my knee to the other side. If I can't push the face away, he's going to get closer and crush me here. So while I have the arm, I have to push. Look how he goes away from me and how I get my hip out. Now, at that point, my knee is almost on top of his neck. I can lean back. Turn. I go here. I push. I get my hip out. I lean a bit back. And now I have a great ability to pummel my foot in front of the hip. Get this hand. Go to here and go to here, okay? Let me just mention quickly, for completeness sake, you can do something similar with the Kimura grip, right? Where you shift out, get your knee to here, get out here, and then you can throw the foot like this, get the grip here, and finish like so. So you could use a Kimura grip. It changes a few things in the setup, but the idea is the same, okay? You kind of want to get control of this arm, get your hip out, and throw the leg over, pummel it in for the armbar, okay? That's the basic setup. There's more variations and there's more follow-ups if it defends, but I would say that's the most common one. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you very much and see you next time. Like, subscribe, share. That's it. Thank you.